in District 16 5A, Division 1. And we have the hosting CC Ray Texans against the visiting Carroll Tigers. Ray coming in at 1-2 after a big win over Corpus Christi Moody last week, 24-20 in a game that the Trojans went in favored. And Carroll's coming off a 50-20 loss to Gregory Portland last week. We'll come back and get more into that as we have the national anthem on the field.
Degree plans. The university where 99% of students receive financial assistance. The university where you belong. Apply to Texas A&M University Kingsville today.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for a fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
Welcome back to the pregame, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Mark Molina. This is Real Sports Live, coming to you from Buc Stadium. And as we were talking about before the break, Ray coming in after a 24-20 win over Moody, and Carroll coming off another loss. They are 0-3 on the season. Ray 1-2, 1-1 in district. Carroll 0-2. But last week, Texans were led by Ben De La Cerda. He was 11 for 23 with a touchdown for 161 yards. And on the ground, Michael Almeida, 14 carries, 51 yards, and to score to lead the Texans. Carroll, despite the 30-point loss, they came out with scoring 20 points through most of the season. Andre Sanders had a big game, 40-yard touchdown catch, and ran for 44 more yards. Quarterback Gabe Garza was 8 for 14 for 74 yards and 2 scores. So Carroll's found a little bit of an offensive rhythm last week in the loss, and we'll see what they can muster up here in a crosstown rivalry. Sponsoring the game tonight is Howell Law Firm with Albert Martinez, who has 25 years of experience specializing in personal injury, 18-wheeler and auto accident law, as well as labor law. So that's Howell Law Firm, a proud sponsor here for Real Sports Live. 25 years of experience, Albert Martinez. So give them a call. So this is the beginning of another big slate of games for here in the Coastal Bend. We'll have a schedule out tomorrow. Once they're all finalized, we'll have volleyball and football for you this coming weekend, so keep your eyes peeled for that. So we're about to come onto the field. Corpus Christi Ray going to be receiving, and Carroll kicking off. So we'll get to see the Texan offense first, as it's coming in riding high after a game they were the underdogs in last week. Came out and won. They are favored in this one, so we're going to get going here with the kickoff. There's the bounce. It's taken it around the 18-yard line. That's by number 16, Patrick Finesic. Weissnick to the 37-yard line. So that's where the Texans are going to take over 1st and 10 from their own 37. It looks like a penalty has moved them all the way into Carroll territory, so it's going to be 1st and 10 at the Carroll 48-yard line to start the game. Here's the handoff. It looked like that was number 17, Michael Almeida, up to gets thrown for a loss back at the 50-yard line, so it's going to be a loss of 2 on the play. Brings up 2nd down for the Texans. As mentioned, Almeida had a score last week, 51 yards on the ground on 14 carries. And there's a pass out to the flat, incomplete. Low pass there to Cole Dennis, but hit the ground as he went down for it. Incomplete, going to bring up 3rd and long now here for the Texans on their first drive. As De La Cerda and company look at the sideline, coming out in 4 wide receiver set, 3 to the left here for the Texans, single back formation. De La Cerda rolling to his left, looks down the field. He has a man, and it's caught at the 45-yard line, and taken out of bounds is number 7, Juan Perez. Picks up 5, needed 12, so it's going to bring up a 4th and 7 now for the Texans. So we'll see what the Texans elect to do here. Coming out, they are in Carroll territory. See how much they trust their offense, or even more so their defense here. So coming out 3 wide receiver set, single back. And there's the pass in the seam, and it's intercepted. And that's number 8, Javari Ayala, coming down and taking down all the way at the 35-yard line. Now let's check out what happened here. De La Cerda looked like he had a man in the seam, but wasn't on the same page with them. Javari Ayala makes it all the way back to the 36-yard line before he's taken off his feet. So after that 4th down gamble, Carroll comes up with the turnover and gets 1st and 10 in Ray territory. And a pass out in the flat, that's to number 11, Anthony Gonzalez. He gets all the way up to the 25-yard line, picks up 11 for a 1st down for the Tigers. So 1 play, they come out and move the chains. Here comes a man in motion on the sweep, and up to the 20 is number 22, Christian Sanchez. Picks up about 5 on the 1st down rush. Going to bring up 2nd down now. Four wide receiver in the pistol. And for a 20-yard run, it's Thomas Boyd for the score. Carroll comes out. Their defense gets the turnover. A couple plays later, in for the touchdown. Coming out of that wildcat formation, Boyd comes around, waits for his blockers to develop, and almost gets in untouched. Just has one man to beat there near the goal line, but really nice executed play by Carroll there for the 20-yard score. And a 2-point conversion attempt goes nowhere as Hector Salas takes the snap. So after that failed 2-point conversion, it's going to be 6-0. And as we saw the touchdown replay, also sponsored by Heil Law Firm. So with 10:24 left in the first quarter, Carroll up 6-0 early. So Carroll set to kick off after the 20-yard score. Michael Orihuela coming out for the kick. And that one's going to sail out of bounds. And Ray's going to get solid field position out of this, it looks like. Ball spotted right now currently at the 27-yard line. And the ref's going to move it up all the way to the Ray 32-yard line. So that's where the Texans are going to take over. 1st and 10 for their second possession. 4 wide receiver single back set for De La Cerda. And here's the handoff to Manuel Sterling, and Sterling comes around the right side and is taken down for no gain. Got back to the line of scrimmage, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 10. If you're Carroll, that's how you want to come out and start the game here. As De La Cerda gets hit, and as he delivers the pass incomplete, looked like in his face was number 54, Gavin Tovar. So Carroll comes out, makes the big stand on defense, and they come right down and score rather quickly on the opposite end. So couldn't have written it up any better start here for the Tigers, as they have the Texans now in another 3rd and long situation. De La Cerda fakes the handoff, and he dumps it off to Cavazos, and Cavazos puts his head down all the way up to the 45-yard line, picks up 13 on the play. Going to bring up a Texan 1st down up at the 45-yard line. And here's Cavazos coming around the right side. Makes a man miss, cross the 50, all the way up to the 46-yard line before getting taken down. They're going to mark him at the 45. 10-yard run there on the play. Another Texan 1st down. Just a nice run here by Cavazos coming around the corner, makes a man miss, and able to pick up a 1st down run. So 1st and 10 now at the Carroll 45. De La Seda on the low snap, rushing to his left. He has a man. It's Juan Pettis. Pettis picks up a couple of yards, maybe one. Gonna bring up a 2nd and 9. De La Seda feeling the pressure there. He's felt it a couple of times. Early on this drive was hit as he delivered a pass. So Carroll definitely gained some pressure on the quarterback early on. De La Seda back to pass. In the pocket, puts it down. He's taken down by a gang of blue shirts. Incomplete. And De La Seda felt it. He would stay there in the pocket as much as he could. Stepped in, and before a trio of blue jerseys just swallowed him up. You look here, just a lot of poise there in the pocket, looking downfield, and just nothing there before he gets taken down. Tries to do something with it and get rid of it, but he can't there. As you can see on our Howell Law Firm replay. So 3rd and 9 now, and we have a timeout on the field. And the timeout's going to be charged to Carroll as they want to talk about this upcoming play. So while they talk about it on the field, we're going to take a break. This is Real Sports Live. We'll be back.
Christie's a proud sponsor for all teams on Real Sports Live. If you can't make it to the game, then watch it on the big screen at Buc 33 in Corpus. Great food, great atmosphere before, during, or after the game. Stop in at Buc 33 in Corpus Christi, Texas.
We're back at Buc Stadium, 3rd and 9 here. De La Seda going down the sideline, incomplete. He had a man that was 19, Cole Dennis. But there's a flag on the play. It looks like he was interfered with. Look, he had good positioning, just led him a little bit too much towards the sideline. So check out the replay here. De La Seda just throws it on target there, just a little bit high, and looks like he's going to get interfered with there by a smaller defender. That's going to be a penalty, so it's going to be a 1st down for Ray on the pass interference. Is going to move him all the way up to the Carroll 34-yard line. So 1st and 10 now for Ray after the penalty. De La Seda takes a snap, rolls to his right. Looks a little outside for number 7, Juan Pettis. That's going to be incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Second down coming up, 4 wide receiver set. Single back for Ray. And De La Seda that keeps it, and his running back, Gavassos, just gets walloped in the backfield there. He had really no choice. Try to make something happen as Carroll brings the pressure once again. You see it just gets blown up in the backfield really quick, and there's 4 blue shirts there for Ray. So that brings up a 3rd and 12 now after the loss. Back at the Carroll 36-yard line for Ray. So they come out, single back set, 4 wide. De La Cerda out to Dennis, and Dennis tries to make a move, gets up to the 30-yard line, but he gets about half of what he needs. Gonna bring up 4th down once again for the second time in 2 drives for the Texans. Gonna bring up 4th and about 5. Call it 6 here at the 30. They need the 24-yard line for a first down, does Ray. Three wide receivers to the right for De La Cerda. And he's going that way. And once again, it's Dennis. And Dennis up the field all the way to the 25, but he's going to be just about short. On that reception. So a turnover on downs. Carroll's defense comes up big once again. As we go for the replay. You see here, just they go for the quick passes. De La Cerda, he gets Dennis right there in the flat, and Dennis tries to make a couple of shirts miss, but he has 4 blue jerseys. Nice anticipation there by Carroll to make a stop. So now it's 1st and 10 at the 25 for the Tigers after the turnover on downs. And there's a pass wide open, but just missed it, is Leroy Rodriguez. That was an opportunity miss for the Tigers. They're going to wish they have that one back. As you see Garza just talking a lot mid-snap. Looks down the field. He has somebody wide open, and that's number 22, Rodriguez, who was all alone. And they just can't hook up there. And there's a pass there to number 10, Andre Sanders, up to the 34-yard line. Picks up about 9 on the play. Brings up a 3rd and short for Carroll. There's a little bit of chippiness there on the far sideline after the play. So brings up 3rd and 1 coming out of the shotgun. And they're just going to give it up ahead to Jaden Smith. And Smith still on his feet. Looks like he's going to get the yardage he needs and then some. Up to the 36-yard line. Picks up 2 yards on the play. Says go up ahead. Stays on his feet after first contact and just barrels ahead. Keeps those legs moving. Picks up the first down and more. Nice running there by Jaden Smith. So first down, 4 wide receivers. And the carries to Smith again, and he gets swallowed up, and he's going to lose yardage all the way back to 31. Loss of 5 on the play by the Ray defense. Just read that one the whole way, it looked like. See the extra defenders in the box just come up quick and get it. And Carroll not fooling anybody there. So after the loss, it's going to be 2nd and 15. And back in the spread are the Tigers. The quarterback is Garza. Surveys the field. He has a man. Just misses him again. It looks like that was intended for number 11, Peyton Hammett. And he just missed him. It looks like he threw it on the outside of his shoulder. Just can't get to it. So it brings up a 3rd and 15 now And Garza gets the screen down to Leroy Rodriguez, and Rodriguez gets taken down at the 35-yard line, picks up 4. And that's going to bring up a 4th and 11 for Carroll now, as they're going to bring on the punting unit as Ray gets the stop. That's number 3, Manuel Sterling, back to receive the punt back at the 34. There's a punt. He's just going to let it go out of bounds. And the ball sails out of bounds, and it's marked at the 33-yard line, and that's where Ray's going to take over, 1st and 10 on their 3rd drive. An interception and a turnover on downs for Ray the first 2 times out. Let's see what they got on the other end of this break. We'll be back. First, well, we're going to stay here as Ray's hitting the field. Three wide receiver set here for Ray as we get a receiver coming out to the far end. That's Patrick Ficinic. And they give it to number 17, Almeida. Almeida picks up a couple. We're back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. 2nd and 10 coming up for Ray. De La Salle had plenty of time looking down the field, now directing traffic, but he feels the pressure, throws it out of bounds, throws it away. He had a man in his face coming. He had a little bit of time, but eventually just broke down. Third down, and Ray continuing to struggle here. You see De La Salle looking around, has to retreat to his right. And that was number 54, Gavin Tovad, in his face once again. Tovad's got some pressure on the quarterback here tonight. So another 3rd down here and long for the Ray Texans. You give it to Almeida, and Almeida coming around the right side, has a little bit of room, but gets to the 37-yard line and not much more. Going to pick up about 4 yards on the play. Going to leave him 6 yards short of the 1st down, I believe. Picks up 5, so it's going to be 4th and 5. Scoreboard said 6, so 4th and 6 now for the Texans as they're going to punt it away. And this punt will be the best result of the 3 drives that the Texans have had, as they are unable to really get out of neutral. Had a couple of 1st downs through the first 2 drives, but they both stalled. This one results in a 3 and out. And there was a penalty. It looks like we got a jump by Carroll. And that one's going to get down at the 34-yard line. But we're going to check the penalty. It's still going to bring up a 4th and short, likely, with the yardage. So the penalty is to jump on Carroll, but still leaves Ray a yard short. Let's see what they elect to do. Looks like they're bringing the offense out on the field as they line up, and 4 wide receivers set, single back. So for the 3rd straight drive, we're going to have the Texans come out and try a 4th down play. An interception the first time. Turnover on downs the last. Fourth and 1 at their own 42-yard line. Here's the snap. Pass out on the flat to Bettis, and Bettis is going to get tied up And it looks like he's going to be short once again for the second straight drive. The Carroll Tigers come up big and force a turnover on downs. There's a pass there in the flat, and just coming up to make the play. Looks like that's number 28, Zadius Garza, so able to get out there fast enough and track it down. So another big play for the Carroll Tigers, who take over 1st and 10 at the Ray 42-yard line. And here's the reverse, and coming around, getting free from a tackle is Leroy Rodriguez, and he goes nowhere, gets taken for a 3-yard loss. We'll go back and look at that play. Here comes the reverse, but just the penetration by Ray there, able to blow it all up. Pick up a 3-yard loss. So back on the field now, it's 2nd and 13. Garza runs into some pressure, and he's going to get taken down. And that's number 85, George De Los Santos, coming in, picking up the sack all the way back at the 50-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and very long, 3rd and 18 now for Carroll. We got somebody jump, so it looks like we're going to have a free play. Garza going to throw down the field, and that's going to be picked off. And that's number 81, Albert Pinon, but it looks like that's going to come back after. Looks like we had a jump on the edge. It looked like Hayes Hopkins. So that's going to be a 5-yard penalty, so it's going to still be a 3rd and long, but a little bit more manageable. 3rd and 13 now, coming up at the Texan 45-yard line. Carroll coming out on the 4 wide receiver set. At the 1-1 down here at the bottom of the screen. Garza steps up, puts his shoulders down, and he moves forward all the way down to the 40-yard line. Still going to be way short of the 1st down, so 4th down coming up for Carroll. Looks like the pressure came fast for Garza. He's able to lower his shoulder down and get at least 5 yards out of it, but still going to be short there, so we're going to have the punting team coming out, it looks like, for Ray. So coming up on a minute left here in the 1st quarter, Carroll going to punt the ball. There's a high snap, but the punter, Orihuela, was able to come up with it, and the ball's going to take a Carroll bounce, and it looks like it's going to bounce all the way just inside the 5-yard line. And that's where the Tigers are going to down it, and it's going to be the Texans coming out starting way back at their own 4-yard line. A couple of turnovers on downs and a turnover for Ray on offense so far. It's been a rough 1st quarter for them. But their defense has come up strong and has only allowed 6 points during the early going. So 1st and 10 way back at the 4-yard line for Ray. And it looks like this is going to be encroachment on the Carroll Tigers. So Ray gets a little bit of a break on the penalty. It's going to be now 1st and 5 from their own 9-yard line after the offsides. 3 wide, single back set for Texans. And there's the keeper, De La Cerda. And De La Cerda taken down all the way back inside the 5-yard line. The referee's going to mark him down at the 5, and that's going to be a loss there of 5. So call it 4. So it's going to bring up a 2nd down and 10 now, back at the 4-yard line. As we see the split replay here, and just nowhere to go for De La Cerda as he keeps. De La Cerda going down the sideline, had a man, but leads him a little bit too far, incomplete. There was double coverage there by Carroll. So it's going to be a 3rd down now and 10 at the 4-yard line for Ray. So 3rd down play now. Have a man in motion for the Texans. De La Cerda rolling to his left, looking downfield. Has a man, and that's broken up by number 28, Jason Juarez. And on comes the punting team for Ray. See the man in motion here. De La Cerda rolling to his left. Had a man, and that was just simply breaking up a broken up play. Number 16, Patrick Fiesnick, had a chance at it, but that was Juarez just coming in on making a play on the ball, as you saw on our Ohio Law Firm replay. And here's the punt. As the quarter expires, and fielding the punt way back at the 32-yard line was number 22, Leroy Rodriguez. So that's going to be a 1st and 10 with nice field position for Carroll inside Array territory. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line whenever we come back. First quarter in the books. Carroll leads Ray 6-0. We'll be back. This is Real Sports Live.
An increase of 169 cases of COVID-19.
Hospitals continue receiving COVID-19 patients.
When the world needed you, did you rise to the occasion? Since the pandemic began, JGONZÁLEZ injury attorneys have won over 700 personal injury cases and recovered millions for their clients. When others shut down, we continued fighting for victims of car accidents, work injuries, and 18-wheeler cases because we still believe in justice for all. JGONZÁLEZ.
And we're back. 1st and 10 from the Ray 27-yard line. Carroll takes over after the punt. Three wide receiver, single back set in the pistol. It comes out Carroll. And here's the handoff. Up ahead all the way to the 20-yard line. Looks like that's number 26, Sylvester Hardman. Hardman all the way up to inside 19, picks up 8 yards on the 1st down carry. Nice run to come out and open the drive for the Carroll Tigers. 3 wide once again. Here's the snap. It's a little high. They can give it to Hardman again, and Hardman looks like he trips, but all the way up to the 17. And it looks like he's going to be close to 1st down yardage. Looks like he might be just short. Depends on where they spot him. And he's going to be enough for the 1st down. So 1st and 10 now at the 17-yard line. Carroll. Split blacks. They give it to Hardman. He's coming around the right side and nowhere to go. Gets taken down at the 18-yard line. Going to lose a yard there. So now it's going to be Second and 9. Actually, he picked up a yard, so it's going to be second and 9 from the Ray 18 for the Carroll Tigers, coming out in that split back set once again. And here's Goddessa, just decides to take it, puts his head down, gets all the way up to the 15-yard line, picks up 3 yards the hard way. You see Goddessa coming out in this split back formation on the replay. Just looks and he just decides to call his own number, and up ahead just lowers his head and tries to lay the boom, but picks up 3 yards instead. Going to bring up a 3rd and 8 now for the Carroll Tigers. 3 wide trips to the left for Goddessa. Goddessa rolls to his left, gets a block, has a man, but just throws it way too inside, incomplete, and that was number 22, Leroy Rodriguez, out there. So it's going to be incomplete, bringing up 4th down now. So Goddessa and company come out, going to go for the 4th down play, and there's a free play, and Goddessa is just going to check it to the end zone. Has a man down there, and that's incomplete. Andre Sanders was there on the one-on-one. Goddessa liked his chances, just threw it up. But it's going to be encroachment on Ray. So it was a 4th and 8. Now we're going to bring up a 4th and 3. Down at the 10-yard line. Trips to the left for Goddessa. Single back in the pistol. That's not Goddessa. And with the 10-yard run out of the Wildcat-like formation, it's Andre Sanders for 10 yards, touchdown. Carroll. And Carroll leads Ray 12-0. Let's go back. This is Andre Sanders lining up, and it's just a direct snap run to him. Does a good job following his blockers, and once again, just like the other scoring run, not many defenders there. Just a nice hole. He's able to follow, gets in almost untouched. So it's a 10-yard run by Sanders and a 20-yard run by Boyd, and we have a penalty flag here right before the point after. And Carroll coming out in that odd formation on special teams where they're going to shift everybody to the left. So they have this center just isolated on its own with the quarterback and a running back, and you have a receiver out to the top of the screen, and everybody else just shifted to the left. So here's a snap. Goddessa gonna keep it and just goes nowhere with it. Ray sniffed that one out, and for the second time, Carroll on their 2-point try just goes nowhere. So it's gonna stay 12-0, but Carroll leading the Ray Texans with 9:25 left to go in the first half. We'll be back. This is Real Sports Live.
It offers 98 unique degree plans. The university where 99% of students receive financial assistance. The university where you belong. Apply to Texas A&M University Kingsville today.
Hi, Hi, I'm Rebecca Castillo. I invite you to visit San Benito and see for yourself the many things this community has to offer. Our offices of economic development offer a variety of business resources to developers, investors, and business owners from small to large scale. Contact us and let us work together on your next business opportunity.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Carroll leading Ray 12-0 after a 10-yard run by Andre Sanders. Going to kick off now. There's a penalty is going to be assessed here on this kickoff. So Carroll going to be kicking off from the 45-yard line of Ray. Here's a short kick and fielded, and that was going up to get it, number 19 for the Texans, Cole Dennis. So heads up play there by Dennis just to go up there and reach for it, 30 on the 33-yard line. So that's where Ray's going to take over. They moved the ball at times, but haven't been able to finish drives. A couple of turnovers on downs, a punt, and an interception. As Ray down 2 scores here in the first half. So they're going to get moved up to the 38-yard line, so that's where they're going to begin now. Three wide set for the Texans. And here's the handoff to Cavazos. Cavazos coming around the left. Puts up the stiff arm, but 3 blue jerseys convene on him quick, and he goes nowhere. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe. This is going to bring up a 2nd and 10. And so far for this Carroll defense, looking solid. Three wide single back set here for the Texans. 2nd and 10 from their own 38-yard line. And there's a botched snap. De La Seda picks it up and just throws it away. Nobody there. That was Dennis. But it looks like there's going to be a penalty back where De La Seda was tackled. It looks like it's going to be, looks like in the neighborhood of roughing the passer. And that's exactly what it's going to be, is the referee signals. So Ray gets a break, and they're going to get a 15-yard penalty. It's going to be first down now at the Carroll 47-yard line after the roughing the passer call. So 1st and 10, 4 wide receivers, not the one-on-one to the far side of the field for Ray. And the referee blows the whistle, we're ready to go. Here's the handoff to Cavazos coming around the right side. Has a little bit of room, but runs in to number 15, Michael Guerra on the tackle. Picks up about 4 on the play up to the 43-yard line. Going to bring up a 2nd and 6 now for Ray. Ray looking like they're trying to pick up the tempo here and haven't huddled during this game, so three wide single back set. For the Ray Texans, 2nd and 6. De La Seda has a man, incomplete once again. That one intended for Cole Dennis coming up the seam. In his hands, just Gets it there. Had a defender. And incomplete. So 3rd and 6 now. Coming up for the Ray Texans. Four wide, you got trips to the left. De La Seda looks to the sideline for the play call. Third and 6. And De La Seda calling his own number up ahead to about the 41-yard line. Picks up 2. They're going to give him the 40, so they're going to give him a pickup of about 3. So it's going to be a 4th and 3 now from the Carroll 40, and Ray lining up to go for it again. 0 for 2 so far. And the spread 4 wide for the Ray Texans. Here's a snap. De La Seda nearly gets picked off again. That one tipped, intended. Coming up the seam for number 19, Dennis, but that was number 8 disrupting the pass, Jonathan Orr. So it's going to be another turnover on downs for Carroll. Let's see what happened on this one. Is De La Seda takes a snap, looks, just had his man there, and Orr just comes in and almost makes the play. He knew he missed it there, but another big play by the Carroll defense. As you see on another replay brought to you by Howell Law Firm. So 1st and 10 now for Carroll at the 40-yard line. And here's a run all the way up for 9 yards on 1st down to the 49-yard line is Sylvester Hardman. Nice run to get started here. And Carroll just trying to see if they can extend their lead midway through the first quarter, but they can kill a little bit of clock, get down the field methodically. With the way things have been going, the way their defense has been playing, it'd be certainly ideal. 3 wide set, single back for Carroll. And that's going to be a 1st down run, it looks like. And that's number 26, Hardman. Once again. And it looks like we have a man down, so we're going to take a break and we'll be back. This is Real Sports Live.
Bail bonds. Our goal is to provide a friendly and efficient bail bond process to our customers. We want to help you with our knowledge and experience to provide a fast and friendly service. We will beat or match our competitors' price. Hours of operation are 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
DS Oilfield Construction and the family of Rene Martinez III would like to wish Rene and his fellow teammates the best of luck for the 2020 football season. For any oilfield construction needs, please contact DS Oilfield at 361-396-0059, Alice, Texas, or Logan Wilson at 361-701-8892 at any time. Thank you. Let's go jerseys from DS Oilfield.
And we're back here at Buc Stadium after the 1st down run by Hardman. It's 1st and 10, Carroll at the Ray 49-yard line. And there's a flag before the snap. Referee calls for the ball. And looks like it's going to be a false start on Carroll, so that's going to back him up to the 46-yard line. So it's 1st and 15 now. And Gaza keeps it. He has a little bit of room to the left side, has a blocker in front of him, and he jumps ahead forward for the first down. And there's a flag on the field. Looks like that's going to wipe out the run. And the indication looks like it's going to be against Carroll. Looks like it's going to be a holding, so that's going to back him up. So for what would have been a first down run by the quarterback got us wiped out now. Instead, it's going to be a 1st and 15 once again back at the 45-yard line. And here's Hardman coming around the right side, and he's dragged down from behind. Number 44, Aiden Dorr. Got another penalty on the field. Looks like it's going to be an unnecessary roughness after the play. And it looks like it's going to be what would have been a tackle for loss. Might result in the Carroll first down, as coaches and officials talking it out on the field. As we look a couple of plays earlier, we go back to Gaza. This nice run following his blockers, but that was the holding call. And then we had a race stop, tackle for a loss, and then the penalty, which we're still talking out now. So it looks like that is going to be the call, and it's going to be a first down for Carroll. So it's an automatic first down all the way up to the Ray 44-yard line, 43, excuse me. So after the penalty, Carroll now 1st and 10 inside of Ray territory, come out 3 wide, split backs. Got us out on the flat, and he gets walloped, and on staying on his feet is Peyton Hammett. And might have lost a half a yard. And let's go to the Howe Law Firm replay. Take a look at it. Just a simple pass out in the flat, coming out of the backfield, and he just takes a major hit there. It stays on his feet, but he's struggling to get up here. So we're going to take another break, and we'll be back. This is Real Sports Live.
Rustic Tea Boutique is now a sponsor for teams here on Rio Sports Live. Located in Fremont, Texas, supporting both the Cowboys and Cowgirls in their games. Whether it's Twisted X shoes, a wide assortment of Sense apparel, or the latest styles for men and women in clothing or accessories, or a great selection of scented candles, Rustic Tea Boutique in Fremont is your stop.
At At TSS Photography in Corpus Christi, Texas, you can experience the latest technology in photography. Whether you're an individual or a team, you can experience photography at a whole new level. Real-time photos can be seen on screen as they are taken in-house or from remote locations. You can even have your order placed as you leave the room. Special events? No problem. Take your pose. Choose your background. This is a veteran-owned company, a Texas Hub certified company, over 3 years in service in Corpus Christi, Texas, TSS Photography.
Welcome back to Buc Stadium, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Mark Molina. And we had a injury on the field that they were tending to, and we're hoping number 11, Peyton Hammonds, is okay, but we're going to go back on the field. 2nd and 11, 43 yards on the 43-yard line of the Ray Texans for Carroll. And it looks like we're going to have another free play, and Garza's just going to throw it up. Once again, this one's going to fall incomplete as well. It looks like maybe he thought he had a free play. So incomplete, going to bring it up a 3rd and 11 now. Three wide set for Carroll now. It's 3rd and 11. And Gadasa rolling out to his right. Down the field, wide open at the 10-yard line. That was number 88, Benjamin Sandoval. It's going to bring up a 1st and goal for Carroll. You see Gadasa just here fakes the handoff with the rollout and just stays with it downfield. And Sandoval just about a couple of yards in front of his defender, able to wheel it in. So first down, and Hardiman dances his way to the end zone, but we got a flag on the far side. So for now, it's a touchdown run. It's going to be a 3-yard run. Just a nice bit of running then. Looked like that was number 26. Sylvester Hardman for the touchdown. So it's now 18-0. Carroll out here stunning the Ray Texans. And just go to Hardman, and he just simply follows his blockers, and he has a nice little seam to work his way through as he picks up a 3-yard score with 4:36 left here in the first half. Now a 3-score game, 18-0. Carroll coming out strong here. And here's another penalty flag coming out from the back of the end zone. So the penalty on Ray is going to move Carroll just a tad closer, and they're going to try the 2-point conversion once again. 0 for 2 here today. And it's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty is the call against Ray. So it's going to be half distance for the 2-point try. And they give it to Hardman. Hardman coming around the right side, and he's not going to get in, just stopped at the goal line by the Ray defense. So once again, they come up on the point after for the stop, but it's still an 18-0 Carroll lead. Kickoff coming up. We'll be back. This is Real Sports Live.
To stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The Real Sports Live. Carroll leading Ray 18-0, 4:36 after a 3-yard Sylvester Hardman run. To give them the lead. 3 touchdown runs by the Carroll Tigers here in the first half. We had a 20-yarder by Boyd, a 10-yarder by Sanders, and a 3-yarder by Hardman. Missing all the point afters, but it's still an 18-point game. As Carroll kicking off. This one going to sail out of bounds once again, and it's going to be a penalty flag on another short kick by the Carroll Tigers. So Ray going to get decent field position as they come up to the 4.5-minute mark of the first half. 4:36 left to go, and we're going to re-kick, it looks like. So Carroll going to kick back at their own 35-yard line. And so far, just Carroll looking good on both sides of the ball tonight, coming off that 30-point loss against Gregory Portland last week. But they put up a season-high 20 points, and it's just not even a half gone, and they've already scored 18 in this one. So Carroll coming in, playing well offensively, and even better defensively. And this one's sailing out of bounds once again for Carroll, and another penalty flag flying in. And we're going to have another re-kick. And let's try it from the 30. It's been an issue tonight for Carroll. Kicking on the kickoff. Number 3, Michael Orihuela, has booted a couple of them out of bounds already and had a couple of short kicks. And he sends this one spiraling, and taking it on the bounce is Ray. And that's number 17, Almeida, to the 44-yard line. And that's where Ray's going to take over. 1st and 10 with 4:31 left to go in the first half. Rays moved the ball at times, but this Carroll defense has really put the pressure on number 4 junior quarterback Ben de la Cerda. Here's a man in motion. Number 18 coming on the sweep. Actually, that's number 16. That's Fiesnick. Picks up about 8 yards on the sweep play. Gonna bring up a 2nd and short at the Carroll 48-yard line. You see on the sweep, nice blocking on the outside, able to cut in just a little bit and spin into Carroll territory with Fiesnick. So bringing up a 2nd and short. And coming around the left side is Almeida, and Almeida spins his way inside to the 44-yard line, picks up 4, needed 2, going to be a first down for Ray. A couple of runs here by Ray to get a first down. So 1st and 10 at the Carroll 44-yard line now, as the Texans trying to make something happen right before the half. Plenty of time to do so, however. We are just inside the 3.5 mark to go. De La Cerda gives it to Almeida. Almeida bounces off 1 tackle, gets back to the line of scrimmage before getting taken down. No gain on first down, brings up 2nd down and 10 for the Texans. The Carroll defense coming up with big plays in the early downs. Has put Ray in a couple of long down and distance situations and forced them into 3rd and longs. They've even a couple of 4th downs that Ray has not been able to convert. And De La Cerda gets it to Dennis, but Dennis looked like he bobbled it and never really had control as he tried to turn up the field and just kind of lost it as it gets popped up. So 3rd and 10 now for the Ray Texans after a run for no gain and an incomplete pass. So Ray's going to take a timeout here with 2:40 with a big 3rd down and 10 coming up. The Texans talk about it on the sideline. We're going to take a break. We'll be back right after these messages from our sponsors. This is Real Sports Live. Keep it here.
You'll be sure to stop in Laguna Madre Baits, the home of Laguna Girl 1 and 2. They ensure that you have the best when it comes to your fishing needs. Locally caught bait, including live shrimp and croaker. Frozen baits caught locally, frozen shrimp, squid, mullet, and more. Dress the part with full outdoor apparel. Drinks, ice, snacks, groceries, and fishing supplies for any need. Access by road or by boat. Look for the blue building and the blue shrimp boats, Laguna Madre Baits. 828 Westport Drive, Fort Mansfield, Texas.
Stacy Neiman Insurance Agency, LLC, located on the square in Woodsboro, Texas, specializing in row, crop, and pasture rangeland, serving farmers and ranchers in multiple counties since 2011. This institution is an equal opportunity provider and employer. 1-800-573-5166, Stacy Neiman Insurance Agency, LLC.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Buc Stadium. 2:40 to go. Ray, 3rd and 10 from the Carroll 44-yard line. And there's a reverse attempt in the backfield, and there's a fumble. It's on the ground, and let's see who recovers. And it looks like De La Cerda able to fall on it, but way back at the 49-yard line. Loss of 7 there. So now, after that play, going to be 4 down. And we have a penalty on the play. And this is going to be on Carroll. So it's going to be a 5-yard call on Carroll. So here's the punt. And this one's going to sail into the end zone for a touchback. And with 1:31, Carroll's going to get the ball back with 1 timeout, setting up shop at their own 20-yard line after the punt. So another stop by the Carroll defense. Have 1 turnover, a couple of turnovers on downs under their belt here in the first half. So we're coming out in 3 wide, 4 wide receivers, single back. 1st and 10 from the 20. Garza gonna get taken off his feet all the way at the 14-yard line. Call it the 15, loss of 5. As the Ray defense just swarms to him. And we're going to have a timeout by Ray. They had all 3. Texans hoping maybe they can come up with a stop after and take these timeouts. So coming up 2nd and 15 after the sack with the timeout just taken to stop the clock. So Ray taking these timeouts in hopes that get the ball back with a little bit of time and just maybe have some ticks on the clock to do a little something right before the half. Because to them, to this point, they have not done much. So they come up, pick up a sack on the 1st down play, making it 2nd and 15 at the 15 for Carroll. Come out 4 wide receiver, trips to the left. And they come out in this wildcat look with Sanders gonna get the direct snap, and Ray has had some trouble stopping this, and they stopped this one, but there's a pitch and that's pitched to Jaden Smith. And Ray's going to take another timeout. With another 3rd down coming up. So there's Sanders getting taken down, but able to pitch it out to Smith, and then Smith gets taken off, not off his feet, but he gets pushed out of bounds, but the clock's still winding. I guess they blew the whistle before he was out. So force Ray to burn another timeout. They have 1 left with 57 seconds to go here in the first half. So here we go, 3rd down now. 3rd and 10 after a 5-yard pickup by Smith off the pitch from Sanders. Four wide single back set for Garza. So they put some time back on the clock. So it's 1 minute, 2 seconds now. They put 5 seconds back. And here's the keeper by Garza. And Garza fakes the handoff on as Leroy Rodriguez comes in motion. And he only is going to pick up a couple. Picks up about 2. So it's going to bring up a 4th down and 8 now, it looks like. And Carroll just going to let the clock run all the way down as much as they can here. About a 14-second difference, so it's about the amount of time they're going to have left before taking the timeout. So 14 seconds left. It looks like an assumed punt coming from Carroll on the other side. So we'll take a quick break. This is Real Sports Live. Keep it here.
Off Highway 281 is the Oasis Restaurant, serving great food daily. And if you can't make it to the game, then watch it while you eat. Carry out and dine in available. Great selection of food for any taste and supporting local athletes all the way. The Oasis Restaurant in Fremont, Texas.
We're back here at Buc Stadium. 4th down coming up. Fourth down and about 8 coming up for the Carroll Tigers, and they send in the punter, Michael Orihuela. Punting back at his own 8-yard line, and back for raid, number 3, Manuel Sterling, waiting back at his own 48-yard line. And Orihuela boots this one. It's going to take a Carroll bounce all the way down to the 49-yard line. So that's going to be 1st and 10 at the Ray 49-yard line, and the Texans going to have time for one play. You got to think it's going to be some sort of a Hail Mary play. Come out with trips bunch all the way to the right, single one-on-one on the far side of the field for De La Cerda. Just rolling to his right. He feels the pressure coming around. And he just chunks it downfield. And that one's caught by Cole Dennis all the way down at the 14-yard line. And that's how the half's going to end. 37-yard reception in the half for Ray. Probably one of the bigger gains of the first half. And Ray struggled, turned the ball over, a couple of turnovers on downs, while Carroll coming out with 18 points in the first half, 3 touchdowns on 3 different rushes by 3 different players, and they're playing well on defense. So let's set up the timer. 28 minutes here for the half. So we're going to take a quick break for a couple of minutes, and we're going to come back and talk a little bit what we saw in the first half. As we get the official start for the halftime clock. And with that whistle, we are officially at the half. We'll be back, ladies and gentlemen, from Buc Stadium. Carroll leads Ray 18-0. We'll be back.
Refugio ISD holds special memories in the hearts of anyone who has ever been part of the school. The Refugio ISD Education Foundation provides resources that will create engaging learning experiences for students. You can be a part of the Bobcat Tribute Plaza. Order a brick or a bench, and you will help to build on the tradition of excellence and opportunity that has always been at the heart of Refugio ISD.
An increase of 169 cases of COVID-19.
Hospitals continue receiving COVID-19 patients.
When the world needed you, did you rise to the occasion? Since the pandemic began, JGONZÁLEZ injury attorneys have won over 700 personal injury cases and recovered millions for their clients. When others shut down, we continued fighting for victims of car accidents, work injuries, and 18-wheeler cases because we still believe in justice for all. JGONZÁLEZ.
Apply to the university that offers 98 unique degree plans. The university where 99% of students receive financial assistance. The university where you belong. Apply to Texas A&M University Kingsville today.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
Buc 33 and Corpus Christi is a proud sponsor for all teams on Rio Sports Live. If you can't make it to the game, then watch it on a big screen at Buc 33 in Corpus. Great food, great atmosphere before, during, or after the game. Stop in at Buc 33 in Corpus Christi, Texas.
An increase of 169 cases of COVID-19.
Hospitals continue receiving COVID-19 patients.
When the world needed you, did you rise to the occasion? Since the pandemic began, JGONZÁLEZ injury attorneys have won over 700 personal injury cases and recovered millions for their clients. When others shut down, we continued fighting for victims of car accidents, work injuries, and 18-wheeler cases because we still believe in justice for all. JGONZÁLEZ.
Apply to the university that offers 98 unique degree plans. The university where 99% of students receive financial assistance. The university where you belong. Apply to Texas A&M University Kingsville today.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Castillo. I invite you to visit San Benito and see for yourself the many things this community has to offer. Our offices of economic development offer a variety of business resources to developers, investors, and business owners from small to large scale. Contact us and let us work together on your next business opportunity.
At Bulls Bail Bonds, our goal is to provide a friendly and efficient bail bond process to our customers. We want to help you with our knowledge and experience to provide a fast and friendly service. We will beat or match our competitors' price. Hours of operation are 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
DS Oilfield Construction and the family of Rene Martinez III would like to wish Rene and his fellow teammates the best of luck for the 2020 football season. For any oilfield construction needs, please contact DS Oilfield at 361-396-0059, Alice, Texas, or Logan Wilson at 361-701-8892 at any time. Thank you. Let's go jerseys from DS Oilfield. Rustic Tea Boutique is now a sponsor for teams here on Rio Sports Live. Located in Fremont, Texas, supporting both the Cowboys and Cowgirls in their games. Whether it's Twisted X shoes, a wide assortment of Sense apparel, or the latest styles for men and women in clothing or accessories, or a great selection of scented candles, Rustic Tea Boutique in Fremont is your stop.
At TSS Photography in Corpus Christi, Texas, you can experience the latest technology in photography. Whether you're an individual or a team, you can experience photography at a whole new level. Real-time photos can be seen on screen as they are taken in-house or from remote locations. You can even have your order placed as you leave the room. Special events? No problem. Take your pose. Choose your background. This is a veteran-owned company, a Texas Hub certified company, over 3 years in service in Corpus Christi, Texas, TSS Photography. Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles, how about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito. When in Port Mansfield, be sure to stop in Laguna Madre Baits, the home of Laguna Girl 1 and 2. They ensure that you have the best when it comes to your fishing needs. Locally caught bait, including live shrimp and croaker. Frozen baits, caught locally, frozen shrimp, squid, mullet, and more. Dress the part with full outdoor apparel. Drinks, ice, snacks, groceries, and fishing supplies for any need. Access by road or by boat. Look for the Blue Building and the Blue Shrimp Boats, Laguna Madre Baits. 828 Westport Drive, Port Mansfield, Texas.
Stacy Neiman Insurance Agency, LLC, located on the square in Woodsboro, Texas, specializing in row, crop, and pasture rangeland, serving farmers and ranchers in multiple counties since 2011. This institution is an equal opportunity provider and employer. 1-800-573-5166, Stacy Neiman Insurance Agency, LLC. In Fremont, Texas, off Highway 281 is the Oasis Restaurant, serving great food daily. And if you can't make it to the game, then watch it while you eat. Carry out and dine in available. Great selection of food for any taste and supporting local athletes all the way. The Oasis Restaurant in Fremont, Texas.
Refugio ISD holds special memories in the hearts of anyone who has ever been part of the school. The Refugio ISD Education Foundation provides resources that will create engaging learning experiences for students. You can be a part of the Bobcat Tribute Plaza. Order a brick or a bench, and you will help to build on the tradition of excellence and opportunity that has always been at the heart of Refugio ISD.
An increase of 169 cases of COVID-19.
Hospitals continue receiving COVID-19 patients.
When the world needed you, did you rise to the occasion? Since the pandemic began, JGONZÁLEZ injury attorneys have won over 700 personal injury cases and recovered millions for their clients. When others shut down, we continued fighting for victims of car accidents, work injuries, and 18-wheeler cases because we still believe in justice for all. JGONZÁLEZ.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Mark Molina, and we're at the half here at Buc Stadium. Thursday Night Football brought to you by Real Sports Live. Corpus Christi Carroll coming out, and they're on top of Ray, 18-0. Ray coming off an impressive win over Moody last week, but coming in the first half, their offense came out early, turned the ball over, turned it over on downs on back-to-back drives, struggled on 4 downs, and struggled to keep drives alive. And this Carroll defense coming up with big timely stops, have a turnover under their belt, and just really have stymied this Ray defense. This Ray offense with their defense. But let's go talk about the Carroll offense a little bit. First off, getting the run was Boyd with a 20-yard run with 10:24 to go in the first quarter. Excuse me, that was not Boyd. That was Sanders. So Sanders has 2 touchdown runs here. Wrong number 10 on the wrong team, but we have Sanders, a run of 20 yards and a run of 10 yards for scores. And we have Hardman for a 3-yard run later in the first half. So the Carroll Tigers coming out getting it done on the ground. And Sanders coming out in that look, that direct snap, kind of a wildcat look, calling his own number a couple of times. Ray has struggled on defense mightily to stop that. But they have come out big. It's only a 3-score game. But their offense right now stuck in the mud. Not much going on there, as they're still riding high from that win last week against Moody. But it's been a couple of years since Carroll's won a game, but they're looking good here midway through tonight. Looking to snap that long streak. They're in good position to do it. About 15 minutes left at halftime. But the Carroll Tigers up 18-0 over the Ray Texans. We're going to have some halftime ambient sounds for you. And we also got, it looks like, the Carroll Band and drill team coming on the field here for you. So we'll keep it right here at Buc Stadium.
W. High School Texan Band is under the direction of Head Director Nixon Williams and Assistant Band Directors Nancy Hesh and David Guest Jr. On behalf of the principal of Miss Roxanne Clevis, we'd like to thank all of the parents and community for your support of W. High School. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome your award-winning Carroll Tiger Marching Band. 2020 drum majors are senior Adam Gonzalez and junior Danielle Hernandez. Out of our captain is sophomore Lucian Chavez. We would like to begin this evening's halftime show by recognizing the Carroll Tiger Band's class of 2021. Whether a fourth-year band member or a first-year band member, we truly appreciate you for your endless hours of dedication to help make our band program what it is today. Many memories and friendships have been made throughout the years, and you will all be dearly missed. Ariana Ayala, daughter of Ruben and Melissa Ayala. Tony Casas, son of Antonio Casas and Amanda Morales. Sydney Donato, daughter of Chris and Heather Donato. Adam Gonzalez, son of Noe and Angela Gonzalez. Dominique Mesa, daughter of Erica Mesa. Nia Oliva, daughter of Mark and Lisa Oliva. Melissa Owen, daughter of Jose Owen and Eloisa Bessel. Jacob Resendez, son of Joseph and Norma Resendez. Joseph Roses, son of Joe and Priscilla Roses. Claudia Secrets, daughter of Robert and Sylvia Rodriguez. Zane Tanguba, son of Joe Anthony Tanguba and Stephanie Carrillo. Alex Trevino, son of Alex and Rosa Trevino. Anthony Trevino, son of Jose and Christina Trevino. Jordan Whitaker, son of Philip and Donna Whitaker. To our parents, we'd like to thank you for your constant love, affection, and support during our high school career. We could not have done it without you. Thank you for volunteering your time to attend our competition, practices, and performances. Tonight is not only our night, but it is also your night. Love, seniors of Oilfield. Welcome the often imitated but never duplicated Mary Carroll High School Tigerettes. Tigerette officers are Colonel Marisa Carroll, Captains Brianna Ballesteros, Isabella Luna, Catherine Villegas, Lieutenants Andres Roberto Leal, Kennedy Wheeler, Lillian Alvarez, Sarah Kaufman, and Judy Martinez. Tigerettes lead are Christina Gomez and Jacob Serrato. Tigerettes director is Kendra Perry and assistant director is Veronica Quintero. The Tigerettes will now perform a pop routine to Let's Get Loud. Carroll High School principal is Dr. Jamie Beaton, and directors are Mr. Joseph Rosales, Ms. Soria Arismentos, and Mr. John Alvarez. It has been a pleasure sharing our Carroll Tiger halftime presentation with you this evening. Thank you all for your attention and your continued support of our band and your team. Enjoy the second half of the game and have a safe drive home.
Apply to the university that offers 98 unique degree plans. The university where 99% of students receive financial assistance. The university where you belong. Apply to Texas A&M University Kingsville today.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for a fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
Buc 33 and Corpus Christi is a proud sponsor for all teams on Rio Sports Live. If you can't make it to the game, then watch it on the big screen at Buc 33 in Corpus. Great food, great atmosphere before, during, or after the game. Stop in at Buc 33 in Corpus Christi, Texas.
An increase of 169 cases of COVID-19.
Hospitals continue receiving COVID-19 patients.
When the world needed you, did you rise to the occasion? Since the pandemic began, JGONZÁLEZ injury attorneys have won over 700 personal injury cases and recovered millions for their clients. When others shut down, we continued fighting for victims of car accidents, work injuries, and 18-wheeler cases because we still believe in justice for all. JGONZÁLEZ.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Buc Stadium, and we are just about through at halftime. Carroll leading Ray 18-0. We're headed to the third quarter, and Carroll gonna get the second half kickoff after kicking out to start the game. Carroll leading 18-0. 3 touchdowns. All failed 2-point conversions. See if the Ray offense in the second half, one thing is going to be to look for to see if they can get some sort of rhythm going, get their wits about them, because they've struggled to keep drives going. 1 turnover, a couple of turnovers on downs, and just getting themselves in long down and distance situations. Some drop passes, some errant passes, but a lot of pressure from that Carroll defense as well. They're getting a lot of push up front and really forcing this Ray team into some back rows. Ben de la Cerda, the junior back there, struggling here tonight, but whole half of football to go. And we're off, and Ray's going to start with an onside kick of sorts, and this one going all the way out of bounds. And the ball just going a little bit too fast, and looks like whoever was trailing the ball just never got there in time. Good idea, just poorly executed. Let's go back and look at the replay here. Replay is presented by Howell Law Firm, but here we go. Here it is. It bounces, goes 10 yards, and just took a bad bounce on the outside. But right now we got a player down, so let's take a break, and we'll be back right after this. Well, actually, we'll stay right here. Looks like everything's okay, and that ball sails out of bounds. So it's going to be 1st and 10 Carroll at their own 39-yard line. Three wide set, single back formation for the Tigers. Man in motion. And here's a nice run by Smith to get things going. Steps out of bounds inside the 40-yard line to the 38. 23 yards by Smith. You see they bring a man in motion here, and they give it to Smith, and Smith just breaks the tackle and has a large gain. And here's Smith one more time to the 35, picks up a couple more on first down. So 2nd and 7 coming up for the Carroll Tigers. At the 23-yard run by Smith. And he picked up 3 on first down. Three wide here to the right. They give it fake to Smith. Garza rambles up ahead inside the 32, about the 29-yard line. Picks up about 6. Gonna be short about 1.5 yards for the first down. And we have a player down, and while they take care of that, we're going to take a break. We'll be back.
It offers 98 unique degree plans. The university where 99% of students receive financial assistance. The university where you belong. Apply to Texas A&M University Kingsville today.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Castillo. I invite you to visit San Benito and see for yourself the many things this community has to offer. Our offices of economic development offer a variety of business resources to developers, investors, and business owners from small to large scale. Contact us and let us work together on your next business opportunity.
At Bulls Bail Bonds, our goal is to provide a friendly and efficient bail bond process to our customers. We want to help you with our knowledge and experience to provide a fast and friendly service. We will beat or match our competitors' price. Hours of operation are 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
DS Oilfield Construction and the family of Rene Martinez III would like to wish Rene and his fellow teammates the best of luck for the 2020 football season. For any oilfield construction needs, please contact DS Oilfield at 361-396-0059, Alice, Texas, or Logan Wilson at 361-701-8892 at any time. Thank you. Let's go jerseys from DS Oilfield.
And we're back here at Buc Stadium. 10:53 to go here in the third quarter. With an injury, it looks like that was Cristian Rocha, but it looks like he's getting off the field on his own power. It looks to be okay, so best wishes out to him. Back out on the field, it's 3rd down and 2 for Carroll after a 5-yard run by the quarterback, Gabriel Garza. Comes out 3 wide in the pistol. And up ahead to Hardman. He looks like he's still on his feet. And looks like he's going to have a first down and more. Needed 2, is going to pick up 6. Carry was to Smith, excuse me. So 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line of the Ray Texans. So a couple of first downs for Carroll to start their drive here in the second half. 3 wide single back set. And the handoff to Smith, and Smith finds a hole and another good run up to the 17-yard line. Picks up 7 yards on that first down run. Just downhill running, 2 hands on the ball, straight ahead. Kind of run here on this first down run, and they've had a lot of success here on first down. He just takes the handoff, has a huge hole in the middle, Thanks to that offensive line doing work right now on this drive especially. So 2nd and 3 now. Out to Smith again. And to the 15-yard line. About a yard short of the first. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and short. Probably about inches to go for Carroll. So another 3rd down play for the Tigers. Let's see if the Ray Texans can step up here. But you got to think for Carroll, the situation they're in, trying to snap a big losing streak up 3 scores. If they get anywhere close to this, and it looks like we're going to have a penalty, and we'll see who it's on. Ray thinking it's on Carroll, and that seems to be the indication. But you got to think if Carroll gets anywhere close to this, they're going to want to try to at least go for it or line up and some sort of hard count. But what was 3rd and inches is now going to be 3rd and 5, a long 5 now. It looks. Call it 6. Third and 6 from the 20-yard line. And rolling out is Garza. And Garza has the man at the 15. That's number 3, Orihuela. And Orihuela inside the 5-yard line. Well, they're going to call him down at the 5. And that's just textbook right there. You got a couple of good runs. You get the quarterback to roll out, and he had a man there downfield. And just a nice pickup of 15 on a 3rd and 5 play. You see Garza here. This Orihuela wide open at the 15 around the 1st down and able to get inside the 5, or they mark him down at the 5. So, and they give it to Smith up ahead. And Smith gets back to the line of scrimmage for the 1st and goal at the 5, bringing up 2nd and goal now. For Carroll, and Carroll trying to come out and extend this lead. They're in good position to do so. And Garza in trouble, and he still gets it to a man, and that's Hardman, and Hardman's gonna lose a yard. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and 6. So 3rd and 6 to go for Carroll. 3 wide to the left. Let's see what they do. Here is the direct snap once again. That's Sanders for a 6-yard run this time. His 3rd of the night. And once again, they line up in that same formation, the direct snap to Sanders, and Ray just not has been able to stop it tonight. They've run it 3 different times to Sanders, 3 touchdowns in close. And this time they actually get the 2-point conversion. Let's go see what happened on that 2-point conversion. As they line up in that unorthodox kind of run, and Sanders just gets in again, and I don't know what it is about Sanders if he has some sort of repellent on him, but the Texans unable to get to him. Snap plays. So Sanders has a run for 20 yards, he has a run from 10, and he has a run from 6 now, all out of that same formation. The direct snap in close, and the Ray Texans just have not been able to stop that play. It's cost them 3 touchdowns, and that was on a big third down. Another one on a fourth. They've all been in long down and distance situations, and the Ray Texans just cannot get off the field defensively. 6:09 left here in the third quarter, and Carroll rolling 26-0 lead. And that kickoff took a friendly bounce, but stayed in and then rolled out of bounds. So it looks like we're going to have a re-kick. So it's going to be a penalty on Carroll after the kick out of bounds. It's going to be a re-kick from the 35-yard line this time. Carroll, one thing they have struggled with has been this kickoff. And taking on the bounce at the 35 is number 81, Albert Pinon. And Pinon up to the 43 before taking down. And that's where Ray's going to begin. After a long Carroll drive to start the third quarter, took up nearly half the quarter on that drive. So 6:03 left in the third quarter. Ray's coming out, take a shot at it on offense, and they have not been able to put much together. Struggling finishing drives, converting on third downs. Has really put Ray in bad sorts here. So 1st and 10 from their own 43-yard line. De La Cerda coming around the right side. Stiff arms a man, but he makes it to the 46-yard line, picks up about 3. So pick up a 3 on the first down play. Going to bring up a 2nd and 7 for Ray. And De La Cerda coming around the other way. The ball pops out, but it looked like the play was blown dead. And De La Cerda picks up another yard, so it's going to bring up a 3rd and 6. For the Texans. So another third down play for the Texans. They've struggled on this down. Four wide receiver, single back set for Ray. Low snap into the flat, and once again there's another drop, and that's to Cole Dennis. Dennis and De La Cerda just not have been able to get on the same page here today. They've hit Dennis in the hands a couple of times. He had that one 37-yarder before the half, but that's about it here, and it's going to bring up another punting situation for Ray. So 4th and 6 coming up. And there's a fake and running all the way to the 40-yard line, on picking up 13 yards. It's going to be a Texan first down. And that was number 2, Juan Cavazos, on the fake punt. So Ray dipping into the bag of tricks here to try to pick up some sort of a rhythm, and they've got a first down and 10 on the Carroll 40-yard line. De La Cerda back to pass, steps up in the pocket, throws it downfield. He's hit. It's a short pass, incomplete. De La Cerda felt that pressure. He's been feeling it all night. De La Cerda gets a little bit of time, but he steps up in the pocket and looks downfield, but he's hit as he threw, but it was short anyway, and his receiver was well covered there near the goal line. So it looks like it might have been fortunate to get hit and that come up, because there was a pair of blue shirts in the direction that he threw it. Already has 1 interception tonight. So 2nd and 10 now. And there's the handoff to number 17, Almeida, and Almeida gets taken down at the 44-yard line. Loss of 4 on the play. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 14. Another 3rd and long situation for the Ray Texans. Four wide receiver set, single back. De La Cerda has a man in the middle, and the ball pops out, and it's recovered by Carroll at the 1-yard line. The ball's recovered by number 25, Ben Cruz, at the 2-yard line. And they finally get Fiesneck a pass, and he makes it down the field, but the ball just gets punched out, and wouldn't you know it, just the way things are going for Ray, add that on top of it. So now, instead of a large gain to get them set up near Carroll territory or possibly even a score, Carroll takes over 1st and 10 from their own 2-yard line. They're going to have to get out of their own end zone and just run the ball up ahead for a couple of yards here. Picks up about a yard. So 2 turnovers for the Texans. They started the game with the turnover on their first drive, and coming out of the half, their first drive, a fumble. Just not the night for the Ray Texans. So pick up a 1 on the first down play, man in motion. And there's a sweep play to Leroy Rodriguez, and Rodriguez gets out to about the 5-yard line. Picks up another 2. And Carroll just trying to get a little bit of room should they have to punt it away here, but they've been pretty good at converting on some of these 3rd downs. Let's see if the run game is able to yield them a few yards here. 3rd and 7 now. And Garza Turns the other way. He has a little bit of room to run, but he's going to get taken down. Looks like there's a penalty. It's going to be holding on the offense, and that one's going to be declined by Ray. So the Ray Texans come up with a stop, and by the area on the field Carroll is the punt, it looks like Ray didn't lose nothing but some time off the clock. And punting is Carroll out of their own end zone. Here's a snap, and the ball's high. And it takes a friendly Ray bounce all the way to the 11-yard line. And that's arguably Ray's biggest break of the night here. 1st and 10 at the Carroll 11 after a punt. So Ray's going to come out and take over 1st and 10 from the Carroll 11-yard line. Handoffs to Almeida, and Almeida gonna walk in almost untouched for the 11-yard score. Touchdown, Ray. Let's take a look at the replay. This give it to Almeida, and Almeida has a bunch of room on the left side, cuts in a little bit, and it walks in untouched. 11 yards for Almeida. So we're gonna have the extra point try. On to kick the extra point, number 32, Manoli Maragakis. And he tacks on the extra point, so it's now 26-7 with 59 seconds to go in the third quarter. Ray on the board, taking advantage of the short punt by Carroll and the stop deep in the Tigers' own zone. So 59 seconds to go. We'll be back with the kickoff, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back. This is Real Sports Live. And we're back, and Ray's gonna kick off now after an 11-yard run by Almeida. And here's another attempted onside kick, but that one played well by the Carroll special teams. So good field position for the Carroll Tigers at their own 48-yard line. .59 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Carroll leading 26-7. Here comes a man in motion. There's a handoff straight ahead. and that was Hardman. Picking up a couple of yards, going to bring up a 2nd and 8. Guards are rolling out. He has a man near the sideline. That's number 22, Leroy Rodriguez, catching the ball in space. Gonna pick up a 1st down. Picks up 12 on the catch. And that's how the 3rd quarter is gonna end, with another Carroll 1st down. The Carroll Tigers inside the Ray 40, leading 26-7. To the 4th quarter we go. Carroll trying to snap a long losing streak here against Ray. They're 12 minutes away, and we'll be back for the 4th quarter. This is Real Sports Live.
Boutique is now a sponsor for teams here on Real Sports Live. Located in Fremont, Texas, supporting both the Cowboys and Cowgirls in their games. Whether it's Twisted X shoes, a wide assortment of Sense apparel, or the latest styles for men and women in clothing or accessories, or a great selection of scented candles, Rustic Tea Boutique in Fremont is your stop.
At TSS Photography in Corpus Christi, Texas, you can experience the latest technology in photography. Whether you're an individual or a team, you can experience photography at a whole new level. Real-time photos can be seen on screen as they are taken in-house or from remote locations. You can even have your order placed as you leave the room. Special events? No problem. Take your pose. Choose your background. This is a veteran-owned company, a Texas Hub certified company, over 3 years in service in Corpus Christi, Texas. TSS Photography.
We're back here at Buc Stadium starting the 4th quarter. Another 1st down pickup for the Tigers. And this is Smith. Picks up about 3 yards on the run. Gonna bring up a 2nd and 7 now. And here's another run inside the 20. And this is Smith once again. All the way down to the 17. Picks up another 8 yards. This does Smith. Another 1st down. And Carroll just moving the ball at will. Going to the running game now, as they have been all night. But now they're trying to close this out as they have a 19-point lead. And they're inside the Ray red zone after an 8-yard run by Smith. And Smith moves ahead to the 15-yard line, picks up 1. Right now, the Carroll losing streak stands at 25 in a row. But they are 9 minutes and a half away from that being over. 3 wide receivers, single back. Here's a rollout by Garza. And Garza has some room to run. He turns it up inside the 10-yard line all the way down to the 8. Picks up 7 more yards. And it's got to be something, if you're the Ray defense, you got to expect. They're running hard. You got to expect the bootleg, the rollout. And the Ray defense just stymied here. So 3rd and 1. Give it to Smith straight ahead, and Smith barrels into the line. Tough running, still on his feet. And it looks like he's going to pick up the first down and then some. It's going to be 1st and goal for the Tigers at the 5-yard line, it looks. Actually, they're going to give him the 4-yard line, so it's going to be 1st and goal from the 4 for Carroll. Single back set once again. They're going to give it to Smith, and Smith up ahead, and he meets a wall and still on his feet. They're trying to push him ahead, and they're going to call him down at the 2-yard line. Going to bring up a 2nd and goal from about the 2.5. So give it to Smith up ahead, and Smith gets stopped. He's going to get dropped for a loss of about half a yard. Going to bring up a 3rd down and goal from the 3-yard line. We're inside of 7 minutes to go now in this game. Carroll taking its time. We're about at the 7-minute mark, 7-second mark of the play clock. And there's going to be a timeout on the field by Carroll. It's going to be timeout by the offense. They want to talk about it. 3rd and 3 to go. 3rd and goal for Carroll as they try to extend their lead. They're up by 19 points. They take their first charge time out of the second half. Let's take a quick break and we'll be back. This is Real Sports Live.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
And we're back with 6:38 left here in the game. Carroll leading Ray 26-7. And on the verge of possibly adding to it. 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line. And they come out 3 wide, single back set. Give it to Hardman, and here's the play fake, and easily running in is Garza for the 3-yard score. Touchdown, Carroll. And Ray's seen that kind of look. They've gone run, 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 and then the play action there. And you see Garza just executes it perfectly, fakes the handoff, and has a ton of room to the left. And here we go with Sanders once again, and he's just going to easily walk into the end zone. Let's look at this replay. You see everybody here on the Ray defense, they're all going to read run, and they're all going to close in on the running back, but Garsad is able to get out, has a ton of room, scores on the 3-yard run, and after the 2-point conversion by Sanders, it's now 34-7. Carroll came into this season having lost 22 in a row. They've lost 3 in a row here to start the season, but they are leading 34-7 with 6:33 to go. In the game. And ladies and gentlemen, it looks like Carroll's on their way to snapping a very, very, very long losing streak. And this one's a squib kick. That one taken, fielded at the 35-yard line. So that's where Ray's going to take over, 1st and 10 with 6:31 to go in this game. Ray's lone score came back on an 11-yard run by Almeida after they got the short field on that short punt that took a friendly Texan bounce where they got the ball 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line. But other than that, Ray unable to put drives together here tonight as they struggled mightily. 2 turnovers against this Carroll defense. De La Cerda on the run to his left. He has a lot of room, making his way downfield all the way down to the 43-yard line. Picks up about 8 on 1st down. Had a lot of running room on that side once he was able to lose the defenders and get the edge there. He got the right angle, and now it's a 2nd and 2 here for Ray. Fake to Almeida. As Cavazos keeps it, moves up to the 44-yard line, picks up about 1. And here's a pass. And there's a completion to Dennis up to the 48-yard line. Picks up about 4 yards on the play. Going to be a 1st down. So 1st and 10 from the Ray 44-yard line. Here's the pass. Cavazos down the field. He's picked off. Turnover number 3 for the Ray offense, and that's Michael Guerra coming up with the pick. Just down the field, just chucks it, and then Guerra comes in and makes a play on this. So Cavazos makes the throw downfield, and that's turnover number 3. 2 picks on the night for the Ray Texans. 3rd turnover overall, and Carroll's going to take over. 1st and 10 from their own 46-yard line. And we got a penalty flag. Let's wait to see what the call is out on the field by the referees. Just what a game for this Carroll defense here tonight, picking up 3 turnovers. And this one's going to be enforced. It's going to be on Ray, and it's going to move Carroll all the way up inside the Ray 25 to the 24-yard line. So a few penalties there, just going to move Carroll all the way to the 24-yard line. 5:17, timeout on the field. Charge to Carroll, that was their second of the game. They have 1 left, so let's take a break. It was Real Sports Live. We'll be back.
Be sure to stop in Laguna Madre Baits, the home of Laguna Girl 1 and 2. They ensure that you have the best when it comes to your fishing needs. Locally caught bait, including live shrimp and croaker. Frozen baits, caught locally, frozen shrimp, squid, mullet, and more. Dress the part with full outdoor apparel. Drinks, ice, snacks, groceries, and fishing supplies for any need. Access by road or by boat. Look for the blue building and the blue shrimp boats, Laguna Madre Baits. 828 Westport Drive, Port Mansfield, Texas.
We're back, ladies and gentlemen. 1st and 10 for Carroll at the Ray 24-yard line. 5:17 to go for Carroll as they are a little over 5 minutes away from picking up a victory after 25 consecutive losses. Have not won a game since the 2017 season. Up ahead to Hardeman. This looks like it's going to be for no gain. So 4:40 left to go in the game. Second and 10 now. Hardeman again gets the carry, spins to the 21-yard line, picks up about 3 on the second down rush. 3rd and 7 coming up. And this game has been all Carroll from the get-go. They come out on defense, force a turnover, turn it into a touchdown, take an early 6-0 lead, and ever since then it's just slowly just spiraling out for these Ray Texans. Is offensively just never were able to get it together. But a lot of credit going to that Carroll defense. 3rd and 7. Give it to Hardeman, and Hardeman up inside the 15 all the way down to the 13-yard line. Needed 7, picked up about 8. So reset the chains, another Carroll first down. At the 12-yard line, pick up about 9 yards they're going to give Hardeman. And now it's just all about salting this clock away via Carroll. And under center now, it's number 19, Benny Hernandez. And they give it straight ahead to Hardeman. And Hardeman might have lost about a yard here. Call it 2. Well, it's going to be a 3-yard loss. Oh, they're going to give him a 2-yard gain. Excuse me. So it's going to be 2nd and 8 now. Inside of 2.5 to go. Hardiman once again spins out of a first tackle, pushed up ahead, picks up about another yard. Going to bring up a 3rd and 7 now. We're inside of 2 minutes to go now. And that's Hardiman into the end zone on a 9-yard touchdown run. Looks just to be the cherry on top for this Carroll team. Now leading 40-0. Far and away their best game of the season so far. If that isn't an obvious enough statement. And they give it to Hardman up ahead. He's not going to get there, but I don't think Carroll's going to mind as they lead 40-7 over Ray with 1:35 to go. This Carroll team has not won a game since back in 2017 on October 19th over King. They're 1:35 away from correcting that. It was a 20-17 win over King back on October 19 on a Thursday night game of all things. So nearly 3 years to the day. This ball's live and Monday is the 3-year anniversary of Carroll's last win. So mark it down, ladies and gentlemen. October 15, 2020, Carroll defeats Ray to snap a 25-game losing streak. Their last win on a Thursday, October 19, 2017. Here's a rush up ahead. That's number 20, Hector Salas, to the 31-yard line. Picks up about 5 on the first down run. Four wide receiver, single back for Ray, and this is a run by Cavazos, and Cavazos has a lot of room inside the 50, inside the 40, down to the 30-yard line before getting taken down. 38-yard run by Juan Cavazos. Call it 40 now. 4 wide single back set for Ray here. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line of Carroll. Cavazos following his blockers up ahead to the 25. Picks up another 3 yards. .27 seconds to go. Ray continues to play and continues to move. And it looks like this is how it's going to expire. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Ray trying to get one more snap in. Here's a handoff. They give it to number 20, Salas, and he gets down to the 11-yard line. And he picks up 14. Nearly 3 years in the making, ladies and gentlemen. And the Carroll Tigers snap a 25-game losing streak with a 40-7 victory over Corpus Christi Ray. Last win, once again, October 19, 2017, over King, 20-17. Here they come out and they just stun Ray, 40-7. 3 turnovers by the defense, and a big night by Sanders for Carroll. Andre Sanders coming out with touchdown runs of 20 yards, 10 yards, 6 yards, 3 on the ground. Hardiman, 2 for him. 6 rushing touchdowns for Carroll here tonight. Half of them by Sanders. And just this defense. 3 touchdowns for Sanders, 3 turnovers collected by the Carroll defense. And this Ray offense just never found its wits about them and never got any kind of a rhythm going. And this Carroll defense just came out from the start and set the tempo. And the Carroll Tigers put up 40 points on crosstown rival Ray. And celebrating are the Carroll Tigers. It's the first time in almost 3 years, ladies and gentlemen. 4 days on October 19th would have been 3 years exactly. It was back on October 19th of 2017, also on a Thursday night game. The Carroll came out, beat Corpus Christi King for their final win. And now fast forward, October 15, 2020, and they're in the win column, 1-3. And listen to that crowd on the other side. They have a lot to celebrate, but thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. Corpus Christi Carroll defeats Corpus Christi Ray 40-7. The Carroll Tigers, you have your first win in almost 3 seasons. 25-game losing streak snapped. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Mark Molina. This is Real Sports Live from Buc Stadium. Make sure to go follow us on all our social medias, Facebook, Twitter. Watch us on YouTube Live, the Roku Network, Apple TV. And we also have an Instagram account. We don't go live there, but a lot of cool content on all our social media platforms. Archive games, recorded games. So check us out. A lot more coming up on the slate tomorrow here in the Coastal Bend and in the Rio Grande Valley. So keep it here at Real Sports Live, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching.